Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Pubo Rama, and in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing how you can complete the Cayo Perico Heist as fast as ever in 2025. Cayo Perico Heist is obviously a great way to earn money, and I guarantee that I will be showcasing methods in today's video you have never seen before, and that is because we're going to be using job warping. As we can see in front of us, I have a bunch of different blue icons all over. And if I access any one of these blue icons, I'm able to start up a job. Now, when I press enter, I can also then either disconnect to my remote if I'm on console, or I can press Alt F4 on the keyboard, and the game will be like, are you sure you want to quit the game? And then I'm going to stay on that screen for about 40 seconds, and it's going to automatically teleport me there. As we can see, my Oppressor Mark II is also located, I don't know where my Oppressor is, but it's somewhere. It's somewhere, near me, and we're going to be using my Oppressor Mark II to complete all these missions. So what we're going to do is, first things first, we're going to go onto our phone, and we're going to go over to the Quick Join tab, we're going to go over to Random, and then after that, we are going to press Alone, and yes, I'm sure. Then we're going to hop on to the planning screen, and we're going to do a Gather Intel mission. Then after this, we're going to go back onto our phone, and we're going to go back over to the Quick Join tab and leave it. Then we can now fast travel. So as you can see, we are going to be making our way all the way over to Grapeseed. Also, I will start the stopwatch now. So we're going to go all the way over to Grapeseed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Start Job, and I'm going to start it up. Then we're going to stay on this screen for about 40 seconds. Now imagine instead of doing this, I were to fly all the way over to whatever the destination is, or fast travel my sub there, then have to get my Sparrow, then have to fly my Sparrow over to the plane. Instead, this method allows me to instantly get there in about 40 seconds. I've turned up my game volume, and I know that you can hear it. And the reason why is because you need to listen for the game to go silent. The moment it cuts to black, goes silent, we know the fast travel has worked. So it's going to be about another, there you go, couple seconds. And now that we can hear audio again, as you can see, we have now been able to fast travel all the way to the other side of the map. So just like that, we have taken what would have been a, pretty long travel time, and, taking it down to like a couple seconds. So we can kill you, we can kill these guys ideally. Come on. Bruh. These missiles do not want to hit. There you go. Okay, all of these guys are dead. And then we can just kill you very quickly. Now we can hop right into the volume. That's it. In 1 minute, we've already gotten into the volume. Now, obviously, I could have set my spawn location to Fort Zancudo and, kept loading into a new lobby until we got the Zancudo location. But we can clearly see why this is so incredibly easy to do. It took me literally 1 minute to go all the way across the map and immediately get into the volume. And as you saw, it also automatically spawns my personal Oppressor Mark II there, which is so incredibly nice. So after this, we're now going to fly over to Cayo Perico. We're going to do the normal Gather Intel mission the way I would, and we're going to start up the next setup being the Longfin. When doing the Gather Intel setup, do not scout for secondary targets apart from the cameras in the office. And the reason why is because there's always going to be enough secondary targets to grab at the airstrip. There's 2 different spawn locations at the airstrip, and I have still yet to this day had a spawn where I haven't been able to fill my loot bag. And because of that, I just don't really ever bother looking on the cameras. The amount of money you make finding coke is only like 20,000 more than even finding cash after Rockstar kind of nerfed coke and buffed the other secondary targets. So because of that, there's not much of an advantage to go searching around for cash. It's really not worth my time. So because of that, I don't ever really search for secondary targets, but we are going to do this hack really quick. We have to do 104, so put the 9 there, put the 5 here, and the 9 there. That was honestly a super easy hack. After hacking, we're going to hop onto the phone, and we have to figure out what target we're going to grab. Now, there's only really 2 targets that matter, and that is whether we're grabbing the plasma cutter or we are grabbing the safe key. Honestly, both are pretty easy missions. I think the plasma cutter is a bit quicker, but the safe key is also very, very easy. So one more, and then we should be in the basement. There you go. We need the plasma cutter. And then, as I said, all we're going to do is very quickly hop over to the cameras in the office, and we're going to look for a painting. So we can see there's no painting on one side, and there is no painting on the other. So that's all we needed to know. After doing this, we are simply going to go into the pause menu, go to online, find new session, invite only. This is immediately going to load me off of Cayo Perico into my Kosatka, and then we are able to start up the Longfin mission. But this is definitely one of the most important missions when it comes to being able to fast travel. And you're going to see why in just a moment, but it definitely is incredibly important. So first thing we're going to do, by the way, every time you load into a new lobby and you start up a new mission, you have to do the quick join method every single time. So make sure you do keep that in mind. So we're going to go onto our phone, we're going to go to quick join, random, alone, yes, and then we're going to hop onto the planning screen, and then we're going to go over to prep, approach vehicles, Longfin, and now that we have to go to the Vespucci police station, we're going to go back onto our phone, and then we should be able to fast travel. So we're going to set our spawn location right here. This should be completely fine. Here we go. Start job. Yes. And then are we sure we want to quit? Also, yes. All right. Let's turn our audio once again back up to max. Right now, I actually can't hear anything, but once again, that should be okay. In about 40 seconds from now, I can see the timer at the top as well, but oh, I can actually hear the game traveling me right now. But yeah, in about 20 more seconds, we should hear the game ideally cut to no audio. Right now I don't hear anything and my desktop isn't picking up any audio either, but we should hear it once the game travels us there. Oh, there you go. And indeed, we are now at the Vespucci police station. So we're going to go to manage vehicles, and we are going to call out the Phantom Wedge. Let me turn down the game audio so that it's not too loud. And the Phantom Wedge should spawn right here. And now that we fast traveled, we grab our Phantom Wedge, and we're going to bring it directly over to the Vespucci police station. I wonder, can I... Nah, it would have been really funny if I could bribe authorities. I've never tried that, but I probably have in the past, and clearly it doesn't work. So what we're going to do, we're first of all going to go into health and ammo, and we're going to pull out snacks. And the reason why is because you obviously don't want to die. So I've got 10 sprunk, which should be plenty. So let's reverse the Longfin into here, and eat some snacks. There you go. All right. And now we can leave. Oh, our tires got shot out. That's interesting. I thought this thing is supposed to have bulletproof tires. I guess it doesn't, but it doesn't really matter. All we're going to do now that we've lost the cops is we're going to park our Phantom Wedge right here. We're going to pull out a sticky bomb, and we're going to bomb ourselves. Doing this is going to immediately lose the cops. Now here's the fun part. Remember how I said that the game automatically fast travels your personal vehicle with you? So all we need to do is now fast travel with our Longfin. I don't remember if you have to enter it or not. I don't think you do, but I'm going to enter it just to be sure. But I don't think you have to enter it to fast travel. But all we're going to do now is we're going to set our spawn location to one of these locations here. So we can do this one, for example. And, well, actually, we'll do this one here, because I think this one's a bit safer. So here we go. We're going to fast travel to this, Alt F4. Once again, let's turn our game audio to max, so I can hear the outside surroundings. But what this is going to do is it's going to fast travel the Longfin and the trailer right outside of the location we're currently at. And this is going to make it so that instead of having to drive the trailer all the way over there, we can instantly just hop into it, drop it off at the location, and we're completely done. So we just have to wait for, obviously, the audio of our character to start walking. Again, 40 seconds each time. So very, very quick. You have to really gauge whether it's worth it for that 40 seconds. But there you go. I hear the audio. So we can back out. Now we can turn down the game audio. And we just have to destroy this fence, which should take like 1 second. There you go. Fence destroyed. Now we can hop into our truck cab and deliver it over to the location. This was obviously incredibly easy. However, I do need to turn my truck around, which might be a little bit more challenging. Oh, yeah, that's not what I want. All right, well, let's try and turn the Longfin cab around. Yes, I'm very surprised we actually made that turn. Alright, there you go. Now, funny enough, it still has destroyed tires, but doesn't really matter. We just gotta park it right here. Alright, there you go. Cut through that. And done. As you can see, super quick, super easy. And we've already completed the gather intel and the Longfin. So now all you have to do are the simple missions. So we go back over to online, find new session, invite only. This is going to back us into the Kosatka once again. And we can start up the next missions. You can understand how easy this fast traveling method is and how it works, right? Basically, anytime that you would normally be required to travel, we can just immediately get rid of that by, fast traveling ourselves over to the location. So we're going to hop back over to the screen, go onto our phone, quick join, random, alone, and then we hop onto the planning screen. Let's do the weapons one next. So prep, weapon loadout, and doesn't really matter, crack shot. Now if we get Merryweather HQ, we would back out, but because we got the Penrith building, all we need to do is go back onto our phone, cancel the quick join, and now we can fast travel to the next area. So we can see the Penrith building is right here. So we're gonna do this one, start job, Alt F4. Here we go again. Time to fast travel. Well, you're going to have to call in the Oppressor Mark II once again, but that's fine. Go to Service Vehicles, go to Terabyte, and request Oppressor Mark II. The reason you're going to have to do this is because the game despawns your oppressor when going to the Cayo Perico Gather Intel mission. So all you got to do is recall it in, and there you go. Now we have our Oppressor Mark II. So we have to go up to the Penrith building, which is right here. It takes 1 second to do this. Here we go. Up to the top of the building. Obviously, the Oppressor is still an amazing tool as well. So we can just park it right on the top of the building. Enter it. Now, just in case you're unaware, the easiest way to really make your way through the building here is just to pull out the stone hatchet. It's so easy to just immediately take everybody out with the stone hatchet because it gives you that extra durability. So there you go. Take this guy out. Take this guy out. And you can see, right? Yeah, oh, there you go. And then all I do is I pull out my gun. I clear these guys, and we're already ready to walk over to the gun locker. Come on, game. Is it gonna let me do the gun locker? Bruh. I think it's because Pavel's still speaking to me. Oh, there you go. Open the gun locker. I think we actually made it here too quick. By the way, if you use fire rounds, they're pretty good because they will ignite the whole ground and then like kill everybody. But just be careful because if you don't hack fast enough, the fire will also damage you. So we're hacking the laptop. 7098. 7098. Oh, I see it right there. Boom. Okay, that's done. As we can see, the fire is almost at us, but oh my god, everybody's burning. This is truly amazing. But this is why the fire is so great. As I said, it basically kills everybody in the building, so we just have to eat some snacks really quick, grab the weapons, leave the building. Doesn't really matter if we're on fire, but oh my god, that's a lot of fire. Alright, let's head over here. We're actually out of snacks, but that's fine. Back to the roof, hop into our Oppressor Mark II, and we are gone. Bye-bye. Now, also, you don't need to go all the way back over to your Kosatka. You can go to Service Vehicles, you can go to the Kosatka tab, and you can request it when you get over towards the beach. I would say a little bit further, about now. We can request our Kosatka, and it's going to spawn in front of us at the beaches, instead of going all the way back over towards the Merryweather docks where it was previously located, as we can see. So, pretty easy stuff in general. And let's just head right over to the Kosatka. Now, I usually recommend to despawn your oppressor when landing it on the Kosatka, and the reason why is because if you don't, it's going to get destroyed. So, usually I recommend to despawn it. So, we're just going to go right here. And we're going to land the oppressor right on top of the Kosatka. Then we're going to go to Manage Vehicles, and I guess it won't let me return it right now. But hopefully if we enter the sub, it will. If not, it's okay. I'll just call a new one in through, hopefully, MMI, and it'll respawn there. But Manage Vehicles, yeah, I guess it won't let me respawn it. Oh, well. Let's hop onto the planning screen, and, well, let me actually start up the quick join again. Always remember to do quick join. You always got to do that, so... Go back onto the phone, quick join, random, alone, yep. And then we can hop back onto the screen here, and to the planning screen. Okay, prep, and equipment. Let's do plasma cutter. Here you go. Go to the safe house. Then we can go back onto our phone, quick join, and then we can fast travel. Looks like my Sparrow, or not my Sparrow, my oppressor is actually not going to get destroyed, which is a little surprising. But we've already been able to fast travel to so many different locations with this method. We're now at our new location, and as we can see, my oppressor did not break. Sometimes, as I said, when you land your oppressor on the Kosatka, it submerges, and then that's the end of it. But we actually got kind of lucky, I guess, and it did not. So we're going to land right over here at the safe house. Easy. Hop out of our oppressor, and go right over to the safe house. Now, taking the photo here is very easy to do. All we have to do is pull out our phone, walk a little bit away from the door, and the reason why is you have to walk back into the door to leave. So we send that to Pavel, then we walk back, and we're gone. That's it. Safe house photo done. Now we hop back onto our oppressor, We wait for Pavel to give us the next location, and we are all good. So at this point, we are actually able to do the Cayo Perico heist. I didn't realize that my recording software had actually turned off. I have my recording button set to the insert key on my keyboard, and it's right next to the home button, which I also use for Rockstar services and stuff like that, and I guess I accidentally pressed insert. So, yeah, I guess you guys are missing a teeny bit of gameplay, but it's not too big of a deal. When it comes to the plasma cutter and it comes to the cutting torch, we use the exact same fast-traveling methods to go to both of those, flew my oppressor, and completed them very, very easily. And now all we have to do is grab the secondary targets. As I always say, I never scout locations for what targets I'm going to grab. And the reason why is because the airstrip almost always has enough secondary targets for me to be completely good. So there we go, we have $387,000 worth of secondary targets, and now we are simply going to make our way back over to our Longfin, which we've parked over here. Now, if for some reason I did not have enough loot in that area to fill my bag, there's another spawn right there at that shed I'm looking towards, and that spawn as well can give me more possible stuff. So you're never going to have to worry about not having loot. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hop over into our Longfin. Here we go. And now we're going to head over to the compounds. Now this is super, super easy stuff. I just hate how slow the Longfin turns around. It's definitely faster to turn it like this, but obviously if you cut it too short, it can be a little bit tricky and you'll beach it. So I usually like to just play a little safe. We've been doing pretty good on time so far, 28 minutes on the clock, and now we are entering El Rubio's compound. I mean, this really shows how easy this is to do and the methods that I've done here today, right? Normally, I'd probably be at around 35 to 34 minutes on the clock. My fastest time ever without any glitches for the Cayo Perico heist was 35 minutes. But we got some pretty poor spawns. The communications tower itself is located all the way up at the top, so, you know, that eats into time. In general, getting lucky spawns is very important. Just flying the plane from Grapeseed is obviously a much longer transition than it is from Fort Zancudo, so these are all things that you have to think about. But point being, the amount of time that we're going to complete this in is insane when you realize that we, you know, we're able to just fast travel and skip all of the loading time. So we're going to run over here, we're going to run down this path, we're going to pull out our pistol, and that is because there's going to be a guard that walks down these stairs, and you want to bop him in the face and not shoot. And the reason why is because if you shoot, it'll alert the guards. So there we go, we have the gate key. So what we're going to do is we're first of all going to walk over here, and we are going to see how much money we get. 387 goes to 447. That's a big chunk of cash. Now, because we have the gate keys, we're going to run down the stairs, and we're going to head all the way back down where we were. And that's because we're just going to enter with the gate keys, because I grabbed them. It's very rare to get the gate keys, but because I have them, it is quite nice. So we're going to jump down here, and beautiful. All right, open the gate. Here we go. And now we can grab this. It's weird that there's no guard. You would think Rockstar would put a guard down here, but I guess not. Either way, we just have to do one hack at this print cloner because it's the gate keys. So let's do this, that. There you go. That took me 10 seconds. We're done with the hack. Clone match. Okay. And then after this, we just have to cut through here. Okay. Walk over to the ruby necklace, grab it, and we're done. Wow, 30 minutes so far on the clock. And yeah, maybe 32 minutes is what we'll be looking at. I don't know. It's obviously hard to tell exactly how fast we'll be able to complete this heist because we still have a couple more steps here. We got to grab the ruby necklace. We got to then head out of the compound. We have to swim over to the 3 underwater mines, and then we will be good. But that's going to take a little bit more effort. So here we go. One more cut and we should be good. Oh, no. I guess I overheated it there. It was like 0.1, bruh. Thought it was. All right. Now we can leave. So obviously we can't leave that way. We have to leave over here. And you got to be a little careful when leaving because you can't see the guards. So there we go. We can see one of the guards walking back, but that's fine. We ignore you. Run over here and exit. There you go. Okay, so now that we are exiting the compound, we simply have to steal a motorcycle, jump off into the water, and we're done. That's it. A whole Cayo Perico heist. As I said, 35 minutes of my best completion ever with no glitches, and this here has made this way easier, right? Instead of putting in all that effort, getting the perfect spawn, getting the perfect RNG, and everything, we just immediately leave. So let's pull out our pistol, let's bop this guy in the face, hop onto the motorcycle. Fun little mini game for me to do when leaving Cayo Perico is to try and kill this guard. Oh, I kind of failed. Doesn't really matter though, because we're gone anyway. Here we go. Alright. And oh, I swear, these little bushes that, like, I don't even know where the heck the motorcycle went. Oh my god, it's all the way over here. Yeah, I'm not able to even get on the motorcycle. Oh well. It doesn't really matter too much. Take out the helicopter pilot really quickly. Don't you dare crash on me. I just can't believe that we got flung off the motorcycle. That's funny. Also, it doesn't matter if you alert the guards once you leave the compound. As long as you make it through the compound without being detected, you're completely fine. So all we have to do at this point is put on a rebreather, and we have to swim over to these 3 mines right in front of me here. Once we get to these 3 mines, we just have to sit still, and we're done. Obviously, I was just having a little bit of fun here at the end. If I wasn't, you know, attacking anybody or doing anything, I could have made my way right over here and we would have been fine. But here we go. So we just stop right about here. We've completed the heist. 33 minutes, and that's with me absolutely flinging my motorcycle to Timbuktu. Pause it. 33 minutes. Tell me that is not insanely fast. And you're going to see that we have all of our secondary targets. We have $440-ish thousand, and we also completed the elite challenge and obviously grabbed the main target. So in total, we should be looking at, I don't know, maybe 1,050,000. I don't know. It's hard to really tell how much you make. Potential take, blah, 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 blah. Actual take, 1,076,000. So with an additional 50,000, yeah, 1,120,000. It's not bad at all. Completed it in 9 minutes. Definitely could have done it a little faster, but that's still pretty quick. Either way, I think my video gets across. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please... What? Did we just lose money? Am I blind? Did you... Wait a sec. I don't know. I thought that... What? Wait, I need to go watch this video back. One sec. Okay, that makes a little more sense. It wasn't 76,000. It was 7,600. My brain read 76,000. Okay. Well, either way, hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. And I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye-bye.